What's up, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Pour Michigan Reviews. We're dealing with more Michigan beer, guys. It's going to be the Pontoon Pale Ale from Kickstand Brewing Company out of Commerce, Michigan. I've only had one beer from them, guys, and I think it was like their West Coast IPA. I remember enjoying it fairly, and I think it was something that was pretty good, but the date on the can a little bit old, and I jumped to the bottom of this can quickly, guys, and it's 4/6/22. Unfortunately, I say, because I'm a snob, I like fresh beer. It's June 23rd, 4/6. We're approaching 3 months. It's kind of a no bueno situation for me, guys, but that's just me being snobby. I know it's fine, and this is actually, it's called a Pale Ale, guys, but it's only 4.8% ABV. It says 50 IBUs, but that's pretty low, actually, the ABV for being a Pale Ale. Typically, you see like 5.5 or so, but in a world like today, we see hoppy, ABV. This one's lower, but we do have a boat on the front. So obviously on the back, they're kind of catering to the pontoon, guys. You want to drink it while you're on the boat all day. So Pontoon Pale Ale, duh. Perfectly balanced pale ale with ample malt and citrusy hop flavor, the unrivaled sidekick for any occasion. Now pull over, anchor, and cruise. That's what we have. And it says, world-class beer, uniquely our own. Okay, so we will check this out. We'll stop critiquing. This is coming in around $10 or $11.99. I can't remember, for a 4-pack. 16-ounce cans, guys. That's a lot of info. Let's dive in. We need some beer on this nice, warm Michigan summer day. So, as we're pouring, looks like it's a dark orange amber, guys. Very dark orange, actually. Yeah, that's about what it looks like to me. Very dark orange, a little bit of yellow mixed in, but really it's more of that dark, almost copper-looking orange with a lot of carbonation streaming to the top, actually. The head is sitting there, and it's quite bubbly and almost like champagne-like. Looks like it's dissipating a little bit. Nothing too fancy, but I like the way this beer looks. It's a Michigan beer. I'm imagining it's going to be a little bit more on the malty side based on the color and everything, but I've never had this. Let's dive in. Aroma. Very bland. Very, very bland. It smells a little like fruity citrus. Maybe like sweet honey malt. Yeah, it's really bland, guys. I'm not going to try to dissect it. There's nothing really to it on the aromatics. Let's try to see what this beer is about. Pontoon Pale Ale. Let's go. Wow. You get hit with this malt bill up front that's like a Michigan IPA kind of vibe. It's got that going on. This kind of like a grassy rye bread, kind of like small spice on the front end. It's kind of got that going on. Heavy honey malt, but then it just kind of dissipates. Like the back end is very blah. Like it goes away. It's 4.8%, guys. I guess I don't know what I expected. I was expecting more hop quality, I guess, at 50 IBUs. I don't get a ton of bitterness on the back end. A little bit of navel orange. I mean, just generic navel orange that's kind of married to this, like, this malt forefront that just kind of combines itself. And they join together really nicely. I mean, it's a smooth beer. It's got a small hoppy quality with, again, like this almost like rye bread malt quality that kind of just all blends together to the back end, and then you're dried out with a nice fading hop quality, small bitterness that kind of just dissipates, guys. It's not fancy. It's certainly not fancy. I don't know where I was thinking this was going to be a fancy beer, but it's certainly not. Small generic citrus. Again, the malt forwardness is there. Small honey malt, a little bit of rye bread. And then again, it just dissipates into small wavering bitterness on the back end, and it's dry. It's very dry, 4.8%. It's got a little bit of boldness on the front, and then you're left with, can I have some more, please? Yeah, it's just there's nothing to it. There's nothing to the back end. I've said all I can say about this beer, guys. I don't think it was supposed to be anything mind-blowing. It's 4.8%. It's a pale ale. And in all honesty, a little underwhelming for me. I like to get a little bit more of oomph or a little bit more layers to a beer. But if you've had a Michigan IPA, it's got that malt from it. It's a certain like Michigan malt. I don't really know which one it is. But it sure tastes like it was a malt that was produced from Michigan, and it's just not fancy. There's nothing fancy about it, but it's very drinkable. It's very drinkable. I can't complain about that. You could put this down. You could put this down. It's just not multi-layered, not anything that's going to get the gears running up front in your head and thinking about what kind of flavors am I dissecting, because there's not much here, guys. I've said all I can say. Rating, I'm just gonna go like a 3, 6, 7 out of 5. It's I like it for the drinkability. I like the idea. I like the can art behind it. I like the beer. It's just not fancy, and there's not multi-layers to it. It's not multi-dimensional. You're getting what you're getting. So, guys, I would try more from these fellows over at Kickstand Brewing. I would like to go there one day. I go by this area often, but I just never make my way to Commerce, to be quite honest. So maybe I will make my way over there one of these days, and I will try some of their beers on tap. So, yeah, guys, it's the Pontoon Pale Ale. You heard it from me. I'm Dan. Thank you for being here. I'm over and out. Cheers.